And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Like I say, we're almost at 300,000. So hit subscribe, watch, comment. I want your comments. Keep them coming and share with friends because the insanity, the lunacy, it's not stopping. I mean, yesterday, we all must acknowledge that yesterday was a really big day for our foreign relationships. Not only did Trump pause military aid to Ukraine, but as of this morning, implemented tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. Everybody's warned what's going to happen. Foreign leaders are not too happy with this. Trump then decides he was going to take questions from the White House on these issues. And here's what he said about these new tariffs. Forgetting about the fact that they are destroying, they're tanking the economy. Here's what Trump says about them. Play the clip.
But so we're going April 2nd, but very importantly, tomorrow tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll start. So they're going to have a tariff. So what they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs. In other words,
yeah. Let me just quickly debunk that. How long does it take to build a car plant? He makes it seem like you're going to Costco and you're buying an inflatable car plant. It takes years within which to build a car plant. Then Trump says that past presidents have been very bad on trade. Of course they have been. But before I show you the clip, I want to show you the Dow Jones at the time of this recording. The Dow Jones right now is down $694.86. That's on top of yesterday's and the day before and the day before. In fact, the Dow Jones, since Trump became president, is now down approximately 20%. Now, here's a clip of Trump speaking about it. Play the clip.
the United States has been taken advantage of for 40 years. The United States has been a laughingstock for years and years. That's why this gentleman is built in Taiwan instead of building here. It would have been better if he built here. If we had a president that knew what they were doing, and we had a lot of them very bad on trade.
Yeah. Again, he completely misses the point that the stock market over the last 40 years has gone up, what, 3,000%? That even under the Biden administration, the stock market saw an all-time high. Trump is in for 6 weeks. We're already seeing a 20% decrease. What happened to the guy, the great businessman who understands the stock market better than anybody, who understands food prices better than anybody, who understands drill baby drill, gasoline and groceries better than anybody? What's the guy who understands foreign policy better than generals? Where are we at now? 20% down? Even his own coin, his meme coin, is down. Imagine that. Now, Fox News, once again, they do what Fox News does. They parroted the idea that former President Joe Biden is actually the real reason that the markets are crashing. No, I'm dead serious about that. Fox News is parroting the stupidity emanating out of this administration, that it is former President Biden who left the stock market at an all-time high as the reason for the markets crashing. Nothing to do with the tariffs, nothing to do with anything like that. It's just Biden and the Biden policies. Play the clip.
Last one. What's left of the Biden economy is slumping so badly. It's just slumping. This is the legacy of the Biden economy. Will we hear? I want you to tell me, Caroline Levitt. I want you to say, Larry, we're going to have lots of talk about tax cuts and deregulation and energy production and economic growth in the State of the Union message tomorrow. Upbeat, I used to call it growthier, Caroline. We're going to have a growthier speech tomorrow to keep those animal spirits going. Tell me it's all true.
It's all true, Larry. I can confirm the president is going to talk about his economic agenda. And truly, this administration is working around the clock to bring down the cost of living for the American people, to deregulate the regulations that Joe Biden put on every industry across the board. And, you know, tax cuts are a huge priority for this president, and he'll be talking directly to Congress about that tomorrow night.
All right, great stuff. You're really terrific. Caroline.
Oh, Larry. Seriously, the markets are crashing because of Biden? I mean, you know better, so why not ask the real question? Do you not think that it's tariffs or even the taxes, the tax implementation plan? Because somewhere along the line, I certainly remember Trump saying that in 24 hours, he can get this entire economy back. Not that the economy was crashing before. So what is he going to do? He's going to break it so that he could rebuild it? Caroline Leavitt then goes on Fox and, of course, has to speak about the tariffs. Thank God for Caroline Leavitt. Play the clip.
This is major news. I know everyone wants to talk about tariffs, bad. No, why don't people understand the president is a never-ending negotiator?
Mm-hmm. He's a never-ending negotiator. It's the art of the deal. But also, the president has proven, as he did in his first terms, that tariffs can bring good-paying jobs back here to the United States of America. They protect critical industries here at home. And President Trump is serious when he says he wants to make America the manufacturing superpower of the world. And
yeah, again, there's nothing in that that's actually accurate. I mean, I have no idea, for example, why they are trying to, well, I do obviously understand the reason, right? You repeat the lie enough times, the lie becomes the truth. So as I said at the beginning of this episode, world leaders, they're not happy with any of Trump's decisions, maybe other than, of course, Russia and China and North Korea. But here's what China and Canada are currently doing in response to the tariffs. Beijing retaliated on Tuesday by announcing 15% tariffs on chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton imports from the United States, according to a statement from the State Council Tariff Commission. Additionally, a 10% tariff on sorghum, soybeans, pork, beef, aquatic products, fruits, vegetables, and dairy products was also imposed, it said. Separately, China's Ministry of Commerce said it added 15 American companies, including drone maker Skidio, to its export control list, which would bar Chinese companies from exporting dual-use equipment to them. They also turn on and they say that in Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said hours before the tariffs took effect that Ottawa would immediately respond with tariffs on $30 billion Canadian of U.S. goods. By March 2025, he said Canada would impose an additional $125 billion Canadian dollar tariff on American goods. And here's what he said: Canada will not let this unjustified decision go unanswered. Oh my God, he's standing up to Trump. The Premier of Ontario, Canada's largest province, has also repeated his earlier threat to cut off energy supply to the United States in response to Trump's tariffs. And let me be clear, Canada's energy, it travels, it's used literally from Michigan down to New York and then some. Now, lastly, I want to show you a clip of one of Canada's candidates for head of the Liberal Party speaking about the tariffs. Play the clip.
Right now, this is maybe abstract for Americans, but if these tariffs are put in place, it is going to hurt Americans. Anyone who has a 401k is going to be hit because the stock market is already hurting. Anyone who needs to fill their car up with gas is going to be hit. You are going to be putting tariffs, a tax on the oil and gas and electricity that we sell you. Totally absurd. Your grocery prices are going to go up because you know what you need to grow food in the United States? You need fertilizer. And 80% of it comes from Canada, and you're going to put a 25% tax on it? I mean, the Wall Street Journal is right. This is dumb. This is utterly self-mutilating, and our retaliation is going to make it worse.
Here's what we know. We know that Trump has every intention to squeeze Canada economically as hard as they can. And you say, why? Why all of a sudden? Well, because Donald Trump said that he wants to see Canada as America's 51st state. And they said no. So now he thinks he's going to decimate their economy. Let me be clear. What they were selling to America, they will sell elsewhere. China, for certain, is eager to pick up this windfall. Whereas before, Canada had no need to sell anything. They will sell it to whoever now is the newest buyer. Again, she's right. Stupid. It's mutilating. It's dumb. And the problem that we have in this administration is that there is nobody around him, like I used to be, saying to him, hey, boss, this is a really bad idea. Can we sit and maybe talk about it for a second and put pen to paper? Let's really look at this and call in some experts that know what they're saying before you put your name down onto an executive order, or that you start imposing tariffs on Canada and China and Mexico. What do you think is going to happen when your avocado, which was generally, let's say, 50 cents an avocado, is now $5? What are you going to do then? And that's just one. What about steel? What's going to happen to your precious Diet Coke when it's not 50 cents a can? It's $3 a can. Now, you don't care about it because the government's buying you all the Diet Coke you want. But what about everybody else? What about the beer manufacturers? What about everybody else? Can we talk about this? No one's doing that. And that's why everything right now is running wild. And as always, thanks for listening.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.